Oh my goodness, boy! I tell you what, that just scares me every time I watch it. Just to see right here, Jerry. Here it comes. Let's see it. Just where it's. I mean, it's the scariest ending I've ever seen on a trailer. Oh my God! Look at
isn't
that.
that great?
Yeah,
I don't know, Kyle. I think that is probably the best.
I think that's the best video.
Best
ever.
clip.
Best
Best clip.
I think you did awesome.
I didn't say the whole video. I just said that clip.
Yeah, you need to tell them where they can go and watch that video because that's one of my favorites. Give me your YouTube page. There,
That's right. Just go and put my name in, Jerry McKidd YouTube, and you'll see all these crazy videos. And you'll see that one little splash one where I got the guy singing behind me, and the name of the song, I put a spell on you.
It was good. That's one of my favorites. So, guys, thank y'all for watching tonight. We got Mr. Ray Jones in here tonight, not Roy. We could not get the boxer. Is he still alive?
I don't know.
It's been he boxed back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we got Mr. Ray Jones in here, but before we get to him, real quick, we are not going to be doing a show Thursday night, and the reason that is because we're going to be doing a show Saturday for Halloween. So we're going to skip Thursday and make sure we have everything ready, charged up, and everything for Saturday. So you'll miss me Friday, won't you, Jerry? Yes.
You'll be gone?
Yes. No. You will be gone.
That's right. I will be gone.
You will.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not Friday.
There you go. Yeah, you were talking
Halloween
about
Saturday.
Halloween too.
Halloween Saturday.
Yeah, but we won't have a show Thursday.
Oh, yeah. I'll be here Thursday.
Well, that's good. So Jerry's show will be on live Thursday.
Exactly. Actually, probably we'll have one that's showing some scary movies
Yeah.
for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, and you got the football game Friday, so
Friday.
make sure y'all don't miss that.
Union County versus Clinton.
Yep. Live on WBC.
And it's homecoming also.
Yep. Homecoming. So don't get to see that too often. So if you get a chance, make sure you check it out on WBCU. The weather's supposed to be real pretty for Friday. Going to be a little chilly. So a little light jacket. Not quite ready for that heavy jacket yet. It's coming though.
Are you going to capture the full moon that's going to be coming up?
I don't have my telescope because it messed up on me. So I got to get another one.
It looked like RDD2 anyway.
It broke my heart, Jerry. Speaking of which, I guess we'll go ahead and bring this up. A lot of people were talking about it. So as y'all can see, I'm going to be a weatherman here just for a second. Tomorrow and Thursday, a lot of rain, even a little storms on Thursday they're calling for. A lot of wind, especially Thursday. But Friday is going to be real pretty. 66 is the high, 42 low. And then Halloween on Saturday is 60 high, low of 45. So going to be pretty chilly out there. Make sure you dress accordingly. And then Sunday, Jerry, look at Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Look at that. I want you to look at that. What's some lows say? What is that? Can you see that for me?
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Pretty cold, and I cannot wait. This is my time of the year. This is God's weather, Jerry.
Yeah.
And it's about to be God's time of the year, too. So the time change also comes back at the perfect time for my weather. So
the time change.
See, God knows what he's doing, man. And I tell you what a lovely weather that is when it's nice and cool.
So I got a question for you.
Yes.
Since you said, God knows what he's doing, this weather coming up. Did God know what he's doing before this weather come up?
He knows what he's doing, but he was doing other people favors. Now he's doing Kyle a favor.
Oh, yeah.
So I sent him a special message. I'm like, please, cool us down. I'm tired of this heat. And he said, okay.
Well, I tell you what, really to find out if he really answered you like that, you come to my church Sunday.
Well,
and Jerry, see if he speaks to you right there.
My abilities only work with the weather, so I can't help you any further.
Well, I agree with you there.
So I just wanted to show y'all that there is an event that's coming up tomorrow, and I wanted to double check with them before I advertised it. It's the outdoor movie night with Faith Community Church, and it's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. It is going. They're calling it movie night, but it's actually going to be indoors. I thought it was a drive-up movie.
I thought it was so. Wasn't it the fairground? Or is this a different one?
I think this is a different one.
Yeah, it is. It's a different one.
So it's going to be tomorrow night. Or they said, it's going to be indoors. So if it rains, This is still on, so y'all make sure y'all bring your kids out. Looks like it's going to be a good time. I mean, free admission.
Chick-fil-A?
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know,
Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
that's it. Come on. I mean, you can't get no better than that. So,
What's playing?
an awesome. They didn't tell me that. Maybe it's going to be a surprise. I guess
Yeah.
it's going to be a good surprise. Maybe
I
Charlie
know.
Brown's
You know, it's gonna be,
Thanksgiving.
yeah, could be. Well,
Be a good one.
could be that or
Yeah.
Courageous or something like that. Good movie.
Yeah, the Halloween. So a lot of options there. So looking forward to that. Hey, Mary. Hey, Jimmy. How are y'all? And
Well,
real
wait a minute.
quick-
I noticed. I didn't mean to interrupt
Yeah,
you. I just noticed that on there it says bring a lounge chair and a blanket.
blanket. So
Are they
they-
gonna put it inside?
I think what they were saying, it might be outside, but I guess now with the weather,
Gonna
they're gonna move
change.
it into
It's
the
supposed to rain
fellowship
Thursday.
building is what they
Yeah.
told me.
It's supposed to rain Thursday.
Yeah, pretty hard, pretty steady. Yeah, Jimmy, absolutely. Perfect time to put up a tree. Let me tell you something. Saturday night, y'all will see a picture of a Christmas tree. I've been doing it for almost 10 years, and I ain't stopping now. Halloween night, my Christmas tree goes up. That is too much work to do to not enjoy it for at least
Our
2 months.
decoration from old school time went up after the day of Thanksgiving.
Oh, can't do it, Jerry. That's too much work for just a couple of weeks.
Oh my
like that.
goodness, we're not going to do like Abbeville or anything like that.
Well, I
We're
got
just
to. I got to go all out.
the Griswold.
crazy.
Yeah, he's gonna have it lit up over there and put everybody's glasses on, drives by your house.
What's up, Gerald, Jenny? How are y'all? So we're going to run through the Halloween events real quick, and then we're going to get to Ray. These events, the reason we're running through them is because, like I say, we're not doing a show Thursday night. That's why we came on a little bit early. So here's the first event. Of course, it's us. We're going to be here from 5 until 10. Unless it slows down, we may leave early. So it's kind of going to just be kind of seeing
Play
how
by
it
ear.
goes. But it's a Saturday. Man, it's a Saturday, man. Get out there, enjoy it. Don't care. Don't worry about, I got to get home. I got to enjoy it. This is one positive thing that has happened in this year,
Do it for
2020.
your kids.
Exactly. Have fun. Bring them around the second time if you got to. I don't care. Let
And
them
you need to come and see Tinkerbell's costume over here.
Oh, yes. I will be beautiful. I will be beautiful.
Oh,
There's
man.
nothing in between. I will be gorgeous and beautiful, and there ain't no other way around it. What's up, Gerald? Jamie Schrader, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing good. And here's another event, and I believe this is Shell Denise's. She will be also, and that's at the old Walmart parking lot. It'll be the 31st, starting at 6 p.m. So y'all make sure y'all go down there and check her out. Love Miss Shell. And Miss Shell. Might sound like I just said Miss Shell.
Yeah,
Miss Shell, but
Michelle.
it's Miss Shell.
Michelle's a song, you know
Shell.
that, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you did.
But McDonald's Trunk or Treat will be happening. So, Main Street may be not doing theirs, but man, you've got so many options and take advantage of all of it. Have so much candy that you could turn around and hand it out the next night. That's
Right. And Buffalo Fire Department is having also, they did a little video showing all the candy they have
That's
there. So
pretty.
they have a lot of candy there. So be sure to go by Buffalo Fire Department and get you some candy. Kids,
Yep.
you're going to have a lot of people
places.
that's coming together, making sure you're going to have a
That's
wonderful
it,
country.
and that's the perfect way to put it. They seen what was happening on Main Street, and these people decided, you know what, we'll handle this, and
Yeah.
that's the way to do it. We'll handle this because we're doing it for the kids, and not just for the kids, we're doing it for the parents too. Because think of how terrible that is, not to be able to take your kid anywhere trick or treat.
Right. And these are safe places.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
that's good and safe.
Yes, Brittany, she will not be here. She bailed on us. She will not be here. So she will not be able to get that free waffle that I'm going to buy her. That it's just going to sit on my table when I go to Waffle House and do their Halloween. It'll be between 5 and 7 on Halloween. Duncan Bypass, everybody knows where Waffle House is. So y'all go check them out. And then last but not least, New Life Baptist Church will have their drive-through or drive-by trunk or treat Saturday, October 31st, between 6 and 7:30. Hey, Miss Joan, how are you? Mary, Jonesville Fire Department. Oh my goodness, I downloaded that one and I didn't put it on here. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, Jonesville Fire Department too.
Even as much as I prepare, I still forget somebody. Jonesville.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, Jonesville Fire Department will also be having an event. And let's not forget this one. This one's not Halloween. But look, so much going on. So much going on. Here's your positivity. You wanted it. Here you go. Here's the big one. November the 7th. Guys, think about it. There is no real event that's happening.
Get ready to rumble.
That's
right.
We have not had
to do that back
anything. Yeah, you did it good, and it's going to line up perfect. Look at there. So it's November the 7th. It'll be between the bell time is at 7 p.m., but the doors open at 6. Think about it. There's not been an event, nothing for you to take your kids to do, nothing to just get out, not to have to go all the way to Spartanburg or anything like that. It's $10, and I mean you get a couple of hours of entertainment, but you're also supporting a local event here in Union. Make sure y'all come out, check that out.
That's entertainment.
I can't wait. We'll get the commentary.
And these guys are very athletic. I mean, that's right. When they get slammed down on it, and I've been there and been in the side of the ring, not wrestling, and I don't care if you get slammed hard, it's going to jar you a little bit.
Well, there's a video on my page, and the reason I shared it was a guy. He was coming into the ring. It ain't even started wrestling. He was just coming out to his intro, and he gets up on the second turnbuckle, and then when he turns to jump off, his leg just snaps in half. I mean, it's that easy, and that's what they risk to entertain you. So please support these guys. They do a lot of hard work. They train a lot. It takes a lot for them to do this. Only the outcome of wrestling's fake. Everything beyond that ain't fake. That's
right.
That's
they
some
can
real
sit on
stuff.
that big top rail and jump across.
Exactly.
Man, it's something else to see.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I mean, no.
And we will be there. Yes,
we will be there. But a big thing, guys, this is huge. I had the district manager actually come by today from Roses. Going to help them get some signs set up. They are hiring. They said they need people immediately. One person went today. Matter of fact, I think 2 people went today to talk to them. We sent them over there, and they're actually going to work tomorrow. It's that quick. They need help, and what a good thing just in time for the holidays.
That's right. Get you some extra money in your pocket.
And guys, I think even Patty's thinking about helping, and I'm thinking about helping, and the reason is the quicker we can help get this place stocked up, the quicker we can get it open.
That's right.
So,
that's what we need to open. They want to get it open right before the holidays too, to really boost their store, plus to give you some wonderful savings when this new store like this, opens up. You get some savings.
That's it. And they seem like really nice people. They come in, they needed signs, and fortunately I was in a position to be able to help them out with that, and they're going to get some signs put out with this on there. Now hiring. Y'all make sure y'all go down there and check it out. I think it's 441 North Duncan Bypass, the old Walmart where TVA is, La Fagatas, Sheldon Niece is down there. What's the what?
Keepsake Jewelers.
Keepsake Jewelers. I'm trying to think of the restaurants. They done popped out of my head.
Grubhub.
The Grubhub was that?
And the pizza.
And pizza, the Hometown Pizzeria.
There you go. Yeah.
Woo!
See there? His brain does work.
So make sure y'all come out, check them out. So that's something we've got to support. But like I say, we might end up trying to help, get them going. But that's good. That's
and we do
enough.
something live in there.
And Mary says the benefit for Ethan Parker is Saturday. And I thought I had a flyer of that one. I think I took that one down too, because I thought it was this past weekend. I was looking on my desktop real quick. I don't see it, so I must have deleted it. But there is an event for Ethan Parker this weekend. So guys, y'all make sure y'all come check that out. It's a benefit for him, and let's make sure we stick together as a community and keep helping each other like we do, like we're known for. So thank you for bringing that to my attention, Mary. So in that time now, that's a mouthful.
That's a mouthful.
I got that done in about 5 minutes.
Well, you're used to talking.
I'm good too. Yeah. Radio stations. I take a contract of $100,000 a day.
Oh,
so,
really? And you can tell people if they need a little holiday money where they can come to.
They can come to Affordable Title Loans, located at 708 South Duncan Bypass, Sweet Eye. Or if you need to mail stuff off, there's going to be a lot of online shopping. Yep. Black Friday's kind of getting kicked in the butt right now. Don't look like it's going to be happening in a lot of stores.
Well, I think it's going to happen like every week between now and the end.
online and maybe some events happening in store, but for the most part online. So if you need to mail something, send something back, whatever you need to do, Mailbox Store will give you the cheapest shipping possible. The post office is not always the cheapest. Trust me. Give us an opportunity to earn your business. We'll save you money on your packages, guaranteed. So
That was Kyle's radio's voice.
that's it.
This is
This
is Les Nessman.
So we're going to bring Mr. Ray Jones. Let me get his picture up there. He's like, hey, you're putting all these other pictures. Won't you put that one up there? And that's what he's looking for, and that's what y'all were looking for as well. This is Mr. Ray Jones. I am terrible at names sometimes, and he's going to be coming on in just a second. But he is running for Union County Council, District 6. He's running against Randy Ivey and Dr. John Flood. It's going to be a good running. This one's going to be one of the elections I'm really just going to have my eye on. You know, obviously the sheriff's first, but I'm going to really be watching this one because this one's going to be good. A fresh seat, got 3 potentials, and they're all going to be new people. I'm looking forward to that. So without further ado, we're going to bring Mr. Ray on. Mr. Ray, how you doing tonight?
Doing well. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I'm so glad that you were able to come and be on with us tonight. It's getting close. Have you voted yet, or are you going to wait till election day?
No, I've already voted.
You already voted? That's
Took care of that early.
got taken care of. Well,
Yes.
them lines are long, ain't they?
The lines are long, but I still need to get out here and meet some of the
That's right.
constituents.
That's right. Well, you go ahead. You tell us about you, and here you go right ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm Mary Ray Jones, born and raised in Union County. Went to school here. I was educated through Union County schools. Graduated in the class of 71 from Union High. I left Union. I went to Tuskegee University where I received a BA, and then I went from there to receiving a certificate in criminal justice from Spartanburg Methodist College. Then I finished up that, and I went on and received my master's degree, double master's, from Carolina College of Theology, which I got in biblical studies and in theology. I'm definitely a resident here. I've been back for the last 6 years. I also am a trustee, and I'm a member of St. Paul Baptist Church, where I'm also the financial director there. I've also am with this the assistant education of Christian education for Pack River Association, and I also am a Meals on Wheels deliverer. Yes, I do that. Yes, I get out and talk to them.
And right at the beginning, I had you muted, but it was only for a second. They caught all of it.
Oh, okay.
Right, I apologize about that, but we're gonna have you end it as well, and let you talk. But I apologize about that. I forgot I still had it muted, but well, that you definitely got the education and you definitely got the background. Now, what is your relationship with Union? Have you lived in Union all your life?
Oh, I was born and raised in
Born and raised
Union.
here?
Yes, born and raised in Union.
What made you decide to want to run? That's always my first question.
Well, I see some needs that are here in Union. And with those needs, I said, well, let me hear what the other candidates are saying. And I came on as a petition candidate. I had to beat the bushes out in the hot sun this summer just to get enough to get on the ballot. But I said, Ray, you need to get out here and do things for Union, because Union County is desperately in need of a lot of things, such as with our youth, with our industry development here, and health care for the seniors. As I say, I do the Meals on Wheels for the seniors and for our disabled that's here in the county. So I make sure that I go around, I talk with them, and they kind of persuaded me, but my interest in politics of running for, oh my God, came back in the 1960s. You probably were not born at that time. But and I always said that I was going to run for office. And while I was out of state, I lived in Georgia and in Florida. But while I was out of state, I had
See, I got property in Union. I'm going back to Union. I love Union. This is my hometown. My mother taught me that when I was very young. My dad did too. The two of them said, this is your hometown. Wherever you go, you let them know you're from Union, South Carolina. I have so many friends that left Union, and they went off and they say, oh, I'm from Spartanburg. And I said, how can you be from Spartanburg? We went to school all these years together, but you're from Spartanburg now, or Greenville, or wherever. But I always knew that I was coming back to Union when I got here, as I said earlier, that I saw needs for Union County.
Have you ever run for office anywhere else?
No, I've assisted. I assisted John Lewis, his campaigning down in Georgia, and good trouble. So we went on, and he was elected there, and then I moved to Florida. I didn't help anyone in Florida, but my interest was there in the metro Atlanta area with John Lewis and others. But
Did you possibly pick things up in your time in those states, of things that you might have seen?
oh,
It works here. Maybe we can get it to work here.
most definitely, there were many things I picked up. A lot of youth stuff that I'm talking of was picked up in the state of Florida, because, you know, they play football year-round. And my son was on the football team there, where he ended up graduating from Union High School also, because I brought him home. We were moving to Atlanta, and I said, I want you to go back to Union. I want you to finish from Union High School. So I brought him, and he finished here from Union High School. He didn't get to play football because when you transfer from one state over to another school, you have to qualify, and it was like he was in his junior year going to the senior year, and he said, Dad, I'm going to go ahead and graduate in half a year, because the school system in Florida is really much more advanced than we are here in Union. So, yes, so he went on and he graduated, and he came back to Atlanta to live with me. Yeah, but picking up things in Atlanta, the school system there, and how you take care of your youth that are there. Yes.
So what is, you said you see a lot of needs. What do you think is one of the biggest needs at Union County?
Our industrial development. Union has died with the industry here. And we're going to lose Coal Mill, in a couple of weeks or so. That's putting us down further. Yes, we do have, was that G-stamp that's here, but, it's, to me, when an industry come into the town, you need to bring something to the table other than we have jobs for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Earlier today, I was able to catch the Republican meet, and one thing that, David Sinclair got up there, and the only thing that I disagreed, they had a lot of good things to say, but the one thing I disagreed on, and I made it clear because I was shook my head kind of hard. It was talking about the spec building and how it was, this great thing. Now, don't get me wrong, the planning probably was great, the building was probably great, the building probably looks great, but it's empty.
Well, I looked at the building. Actually, I videoed the building, and for marketing. And I think it's been, sitting for several years now.
Wow.
It is a beautiful building, a beautiful landscape. Of course, there's no floor, just waiting on industry. They can
Right.
come in and knock out some things there, but it's right beside another huge building that another plant was in, and it's just sitting there. And
It's got to be Paragon Plastic.
it was.
Yeah, Paragon Plastic. So, like you say, we're losing industry, and even at the possibility at the end of this year, could possibly be losing Bila.
Yes.
Yeah, we're still kind of teetering on what's going to happen there. So, what do you feel like? Where do you feel like we're falling short? Where exactly in the industry here? What do you feel like that you could bring that we're falling short on as far as being able to maybe bring in more industry?
well, the other industries that we could probably bring in, and where we're falling short is the fact that we allow industry to come in, get the tax credit. Once they receive that tax credit, as I say, they know how many years they're set to stay here. They don't pass that along to us. And that's why I said that when they don't pass it on to us, they're not bringing anything to the table. And that's why I said that when they don't pass it on to us, they're not bringing anything to the table. And that's why I said that when they don't pass it on to us, they're not bringing anything to the table. And that's why I said that when they don't pass it on to us, they're not bringing anything to the table. And that's why I said that when they don't pass it on to us, they're not bringing anything to the table. industry's got to come and meet us, because, I mean,
Got to reciprocate.
yes, you have young people that go off to college. What are they doing? They're not coming back to Union. And see, when I was subbing here in Union County, when I first returned, I did subbing, I guess, in just about every school that was here. The children told me one thing: 18 will graduate. Which comes first, I'm leaving. If the companies I feel will come in and they have something to partnership our kids with, bring them and give them some specialized training there at the high school, give them some type of training, that child can move forward in the industry. Because if I'm not mistaken, the industry I spoke of, G-Stamp, Stump, their people are not from here in Union. They're not of South Carolina, if I understand. They basically come from other countries. Hey, Union High School, Union County Council, let's get, other than Spanish and French in here, let's bring German in. Teach your children to speak German, because the day that we move on or we build another plant somewhere, your young people can go forward with our company. That will cause others around in Union County to say, well, I want to go to work there. I'm going to work there. And as they move forward, then we're going to move forward.
Right.
And we've got to look, we got to have visions of tomorrow. We just can't sit here and just say, well, we're going to set our goals for right now and stop that point. We've got to move on. We got to set visions for tomorrow for our young people. We got to leave something here for our young people.
I think
Yes.
some of these industries that we have come in, that we give the tax break and everything to, is that we should set a time limit, is that you have to stay here till 10 years or whatever like that, and if you don't, then we're going to go retro your taxes from this time right here, and you'll have to, take care of that. Maybe that will keep their interest of coming and staying even longer, is that even if we give them a little longer period, is that they will generate other businesses, just like BMW. You got all these businesses that spawned off of that. We should be tapping in with BMW, saying, okay, what other industries that you're thinking about? Maybe they can contact you that's going to come in here to do this. We got some offers on the table for them.
Oh, yes.
I think we got to be aggressive instead of sitting out waiting for someone to come to us and show them a picture of a building.
Well, that's what I was thinking of. We have Cone Mill, as I said, it's going to be closing. I'm wondering, has the council reached out to someone and say, we have this building here. It was a printing. So are there any other printing companies in the U.S.? They're looking for all across the U.S. They're looking for somewhere to come and land. And why not bring it here to Union? I know that Cone probably is going to take most of their equipment out, but it's basically already set up for that. The same thing would be, we could have culinary skills here. Because why don't we have a bed and breakfast to feed these people when they come in? Why do they have to stay in Spartanburg and travel to Union to negotiate when we could say, hey, Union has a bed and breakfast? The bed and breakfast came from the fact of your company coming in. We set it up. You can come, you can stay there, you can hold your meetings there, and bring them in. We're leaving it out there for them to have to travel so far. And for our people, once they go to work, they're taking off. They're going to leave Union.
I tell you, one big thing that I've had an issue with our county council is, we got Sims still standing there. Nothing.
Yes.
Excelsior falling in.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing there. These are two prime locations. We had a charter school that tried to come in and get their charter put into Union, and one of the biggest problems they had was a location.
Mm-hmm.
If I was Frank Hart or any of those council members, I would blow their eardrums out and scream, hey, we got something right here. You
Yes.
can rent it, you can lease it, you can buy it. That is money back in the pockets of your taxpayers.
Yes.
And nothing.
And not an eyesore.
Yes.
That's right. And
Well, I know now that they even have, if I'm not mistaken, the old Excelsior, who was that school?
got to be the Sims.
It was Sims, Carl Sand, and there's another one that that's up for sale right now.
That's Excelsior.
That's Excelsior.
Excelsior.
Yes, they're up for sale, and like you say, those buildings are sitting there.
Yeah.
I even
Excelsior's a beautiful school.
yes, and
Beautiful.
I look at Monarch Mill. It's sitting there.
Yep.
Why aren't we? It could have been converted into apartments. It could be converted into what? Well, I hate to knock Walmart, but it could be converted into some type of mall, indoor mall. It's just sitting there, and with all these buildings just sitting around Union, they're decaying. Why don't we do something with them? Why don't we entice someone to come in? I mean, cities of Atlanta, they lost the auto industry there. But they turned the auto industry around, and they are making things for Tesla now. But,
Right.
you know, they continue to look for avenues to bring industry and to bring money into the economy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, you look in Lawrence, you got Walmart distribution. That could be a distribution building right there.
There.
We got Dollar General right up the road, and you know that could be another.
Yes.
So there's opportunities.
Yes, because, you know, Amazon is always looking for buildings.
Exactly.
And that would
It's
make
set
a
up
good,
for it.
it's set up for,
Need
yes.
some updated, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
And we're not far from any interstate.
No,
No,
we're right in the middle.
30, 35, 40 minutes at the most.
at the most, yes.
Yeah, at the most. Most time, 30 minutes, you're on the interstate.
So as far as, you know, we've talked to a lot of the other candidates, and a lot of other candidates are big on education, which we
Oh,
all
yes,
should be.
yes.
Public education is definitely a must. College education is kind of where I'm at that fence line.
Yes.
I'm you know, I hear like, I'll name drop because he's been one of the biggest advocates for it. Everett, you know, who's running
Yes.
for mayor. He is huge about making this a college town. He's huge about that.
Mhm.
And when I ask him and these other candidates, you know, what about your blue collar workers? Because that's what we are.
Oh,
That's what this town
That's what
is.
this town built on, yes.
Do you also feel that way? I mean, we can't just concentrate on the youth. We also got middle age and beyond. You know,
Well,
and-
yes, the middle age, yeah, we're not going to leave them out, and, well, it's across the board. That's why I went all the way across the board to saying about our senior citizens with their health care.
Yeah.
How many senior citizens do you know that has to go to Spartanburg to get any type of specialized? Why can't, well, I'm saying why can't, but individuals come to Union 2 to 3 times a week. I mean, programs could be set up for that, 2 or 3 times a week. You bring a specialist in here, and our people wouldn't have to get off their basic routine. Like I say, when I do the Meals on Wheel, I go there and they leave a note. Going to Spartanburg, got to see the doctor. Do you know what it's like to get someone 79, 80 years old up in the morning time? You got to feed them, dress them, take them out of their basic routine. They go to Spartanburg, they see the doctor, they come down the highway. The next thing, what they're going to do, they're going to get home. Once they get home, they'll eat a little something, they're thrown completely off, they go to bed, they sleep. They're burnt out from that traveling.
Well, tell
You
you,
know.
talking about your, college town and stuff like this, and we got graduates, the university is really flourishing right now. A lot more people are going there. But, when they graduate, they go away. They don't come back.
Definitely.
And again, we got to have something, the college town is good, okay, it's good for our youth, it's good for education, and that is a good thing.
Mhm.
But those children are not gonna spend, we want families to move in here also. Those
Yes.
children are not gonna spend, and they can't afford to spend.
Well, did you go? You went to college.
Yes,
Did they have any back then? Did they have any kind of form of porting? And when I mean by porting, do they have anything where they have already set up with Gestamp and Humanetics and all these other industries? Do
Jeez.
they have any kind of porting? But as soon as they graduate, they potentially have a job waiting on them? Did you ever see anything like that?
no, because the way the school was then was 2-year school, and then went into a 4-year.
Right.
Usually, people, it's 2 years, they go on to either Spartanburg Upstate or somewhere like it, or Columbia, and get their specialized degrees, their master's degrees and stuff like that. Now, if they hear anything, they've got, networking through other companies and stuff that search for individuals, but with recently, they just, started the nursing program. And they've got, connections there. So they do have networking
Yeah.
where they do post positions and stuff for different degrees and things like that.
Well,
So-
and
Yeah.
the reason I brought that up is, maybe that's something that should also be a stipulation when industries come in.
Come-
Look, we want you to negotiate with our college. And
Yes,
if some of these people graduate, and if they have the qualifications coming out the gate with education, we want them to possibly not necessarily just be first in line, but be very much considered.
yes.
Stay in town.
Yes, and keep those individuals here, and they will come back. Because, we have SCC up the highway,
Right.
and they should partner up with them, or the county needs to partner up with a lot of people. I know we have a bad case of diabetes that run through the city of Union, through Union County. Why can't we go and get things set up with, SCC as far as the nursing program? I don't know if you know this, but the CNA program that you see that's flourishing around, do you know it was started here in Union? It was started here on the JTPA, and that was under Spartanburg Tech at the time, many years ago, because I was the assistant director there. And a lot of women, young women, came in and they took on that program. They said, we are now going to get a career here in Union rather than just going to work in the mill. They said, we have careers that we can look after. But then JTPA program fizzled out here in Union, and it went back to Spartanburg Tech, and that caused a problem in transportation.
Right now, they do have that program running through, again, the Spartanburg Tech, but it's the new facility they got here on 176.
Yeah, SCC.
I know Ellen
Yeah.
Sager and some of the other nursing homes there and stuff like that will have their people that's come in that doesn't have that particular field, and
Yeah.
they'll set them up in those classes.
And they'll go through those classes.
Right.
Yes, those classes, like I say, was started up way back, right here on Main Street. It was started at that time, and a lot of the young ladies that came through the program, they were just elated to know that they were going to do more than mill work.
Right.
Yes, and the education, yes, we've got to stay with our education here in Union County, because, yes, a lot of people venture out from Union after they get their education here.
I know
Yes.
Corinth Baptist Church here in Union has a after-school type program that they have for young youths to come in.
Yes.
They got like 10 or 15 computers. They teach them computer skills and things like that. And I'm thinking, that would really impress me when I was over there at that church.
Oh, okay, I work with that program in the afternoon.
Yes.
I did several things around since I've
And it
been
helps
back in
adults
it.
too, to get
Yes.
the GED and stuff like that. So it-
You know, one young man that left Union many years ago, did he graduate? I can't remember if he graduated from Jonesville or Lockhart. He set up a program there in Atlanta. That's Roosevelt Giles. I don't know if you've heard of him. You can Google him and you'll see Roosevelt Giles. He set up the same computer program there in Atlanta. And when I was in Atlanta, I said, Roosevelt, are you going to come home? No. I mean, that's, because Cisco Systems, you've heard of that?
Oh, yeah.
That's Roosevelt Giles.
Okay.
Yeah, and he came right here in Union, even though he went to the university for 2 years, and then he went off to, not Converse, the one in Rock Hill. He went to school there, and then he ended up finishing at MIT, but he came from Union. And I couldn't convince him to come back and set up the program, but I haven't given it up yet. Anytime I run across him, I always ask, are you going to come home and set up a computer system here? Because he's a product of Union. And when you're a product of Union and you really love Union, come back to Union, spend your time here, spend some money here. As I said, I had property. I knew I was going to come back to Union. So, I want to make sure
Let me
that we
ask
come
you,
back.
Have,
Yes.
have you had an opportunity to meet or speak with any of the current council members, county supervisors?
Yes, I have spoken with Mr. Hart. I've spoken with Mr. Hill. I've got to get in touch with Katie as soon as I can because I think she had an idea on something that came across last year, but I really haven't had a chance to go and say, look, Katie, because, you know.
Do you see it as an opportunity to, when you have, speaking with a few of them that you have, do you see that it's something that's going to be challenging or something that you feel like is going to be a fluid transition for you to come into the council and stuff?
There's going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the new kid on the block. I'm not coming in there as a mad bulldog trying to overrun anybody, override anyone. I want to come in, see what you're established, see what's going on first, and then come out and aid Union County any way I can on the council. I'm there in District 6. Being over in District 6, it's not the only district that's here. I'm going to assist all districts, any way I can.
So if you had all the council members, and they were voting on something, and they were very adamant about voting on something, and you disagreed, but all the rest of them agreed, what would your answer be? Would you go with, since the majority, or would you take a stand?
No, I'm not. I won't go with the majority. No. I will take a stand, and I'm going to explain why I'm taking this stand. That was one of the reasons, as I've been canvassing my district, we've got to have district meetings. And the best location, for our meetings so that everyone in District 6 can come and participate and explain the things that I can. Parts of it, you can't just walk out there and say, oh, we plan on doing this, spilling the beans. No.
Kind of like how Mike Cohen does with his community meetings.
Meetings.
With the board.
Board and all, yes. And sit there and talk and get answers from them because it's going to affect them. My name is on the ballot, but I'm working for you. So if I'm working for you, let me see what you like, what you don't like, what you see that we can do. Because, this man here is 67 years old, but there's some young people out there that has good ideas. Yeah, very good ideas.
If you have these town meetings, how would you get people to them? Because I know that Mike had several there, and it's hard to get people to come to these town meetings. What other avenue that you would use to try to get people to do this?
Okay, Facebook, of course, and then I'm going to go to the old flyers. Knock on the door, say, look here, we need to have a meeting. Possibly will even find someone that's in a particular block and say, you know more about these people than I do, about my constituents that are here than I do. Who that's in this district that I need to talk with and let them tell me.
Well, I have three big questions. My top three.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with the first one. My biggest pet peeve, and I've seen what it's done to the city, and don't get me wrong, I've seen this form of government be able to work, but it don't mean it works everywhere. I believe every state should mimic themselves after Florida. Property tax, things like that. That'd be wonderful, but it doesn't work for everybody. It would be great. But my first one is form of government. I've seen how the city operates under their council-strong government.
Mm-hmm.
It's not efficient, and honestly, it leaves a lot of people unaccountable for what they do. It kind of takes the power from the mayor, who's put there for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a council member can get a little high-strung, out of control. We've seen that in the past. Sometimes the mayor would, when he has power, kind of, knock on their door a little bit. Hey, you need to calm down and understand what you're doing. But now we have a council strong in the city, and now we have Joe Nichols, who's kind of sitting on the throne, and in front of them it's almost kind of like what game? I guess it would be checkers. You got one king back there, and you got a line of checkers right there in front of it, protected. I personally don't like that, and the reason I don't is because that leaves that man unaccountable. So only 6 people does he answer to instead of the 28,000 that live here. How do you feel? It's been in talks about county. Apparently, obviously it's not going to happen this time around, maybe in 2 years when vote comes back up. But they're talking about also trying to take this form of government and bring it to the county. Well, we don't no longer have just a supervisor, we have a county administrator. Do you feel like that would be a more beneficial government than what we currently have? To where everybody is accountable, who makes decisions for our county, everybody's accountable to the people.
Well, I can say this. Yes, I feel that everyone should be accountable. Not only just being accountable to the one person. I have even investigated of why can't we have a city-county administration that goes on, rather than just having, just the county separate from the city and the city, but we're all in one county.
Yeah.
So, but that would be something that I'd have to look more into, but I am in favor of that.
Yeah.
But, might be some glitches in it that I don't know about that's behind the scene,
I'm
and
sure it's got a pros and
yes.
but it goes back to who's policing the police. That kind of always, when you, like I say, when you take a position like the mayor who answers every 4 years to the people, they don't do his job, he's gone. Now, like I say, you got a gentleman back here, Joe Nichols, who's doing a job that may be, subpar, and now you've got to be able to take to the council, and you got to convince 4 out of those 7, hey, this guy needs to go, and that's tough sledding when you've got to establish a relationship with these 7 people with Joe, because they talk a lot.
Yes.
So it's hard to break that bond,
Right.
and that's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
That's where I feel like corruption can happen. It may be small and minor corruption, but it's still corruption.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Corruption is corruption regardless.
Well, I think
Yeah.
a lot of times, people that's on these boards, somebody says, I'm on the board of, with the chamber, I'm on the board of the tourism. And I think that they have to be yes to the person that they're really supposed to be looking out
Not
for.
for.
The role has reversed to where the board members feel that they're working for the person that they're supposed to be being the watchdog for. And I've seen that happen so many times that, okay, I need for you to vote on this, and I want you to vote on this, but none of the board members will say anything about it because, well, they might not want me on this board because I'm appointed to this board and.
Pick a little voice in it.
Right, and if you're appointed to me, a board, you are if you hand the papers financials, you hand the papers like here, you see some things there, then it's your job because you're appointed to watch over that person. You've got to let them know that, hey, this is wrong, this is not right, bring it out. And I've seen people lose their seat on the board later on because they rocked the boat.
Well, I think everybody needs to rock the boat every now and then about something. Because if you sit there and you just be a yes person, and I'm going to allow you to do this and do that, it's not fair to your constituents at all. Because that, like we said earlier, that's who I've got to answer to. They'll be my board. And if I'm not doing anything, I want them to step it up and say, you are not doing what you promised us. You walked and you sat on my porch and you told me this and you told me that. But I don't see any of it happening. I don't even see you making an effort. You're just sitting back and just riding the wave.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my next one, and like I say, I got 2 more. And my next one is a capital gains tax. I did a celebratory dance in front of Frank Hart the other day. He was sitting there on that couch where you're sitting, and I asked him why wasn't the tax on the ballot, and he said it didn't get on the ballot this year. Let me tell you, nobody has been more adamant about that tax than I am. So I took it upon myself to pat myself on the back and dance in front of him and celebrate, because I feel like we're taxed.
I want to see the
enough.
dance.
We are.
Yeah, I'm sure he would be obliged to share it. It's all in good fun. And he even said that, you know, it could come up on the ballot in 2 years, but this year, he just didn't feel like it, and I'll be honest with you. I know why.
Okay.
It's a lot of attention on this ballot, a lot
Okay.
of votes. It's going to be easier to push it through in 2 years than it will be this year. That's what's the bottom line in my opinion, even though the last one did pass during the general election. So,
Okay. Yep.
so my question to you is, the capital gains tax, another penny tax. Do you feel like this is something that's, considering how the other penny tax really has not resonated anything? We're still union.
We're-
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. Yes.
So,
I don't think so. I mean, it's just adding another penny tax, adding another tax period. We are taxed to death already. Yeah, this and this county being as poor as it is, why we want to keep adding taxes to my people around here?
and it runs them off.
Yes, and then they find out it's a lot cheaper to live in Packlet than to live in Union.
When you've got the same tax rates in
Mhm.
Spartanburg, but then when you go up there and you see how low Duke's power is
Yeah.
compared to the living, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Then groceries are cheaper.
Oh, yes.
We got that's something he's been planning to do for a long time to compare.
Right. To compare the
grocery
groceries
costs.
cost here and grocery cost
And
there.
from the same store.
Well,
It's
okay,
a big
I-
difference.
I kind of go to Walmart and go to buy low and pick up
No,
what
no,
I
no, I'm gonna
need.
go to two, is that identical same stores with the 20 items, identical?
List,
And
okay.
you'll see a big difference in prices to the two just because it's 30 minutes away.
Closer to an interstate, easier. to
Yes.
get to.
Yes,
So, you know, it's things like that, and like you said, we've been taxed to death.
yes. Well, I see some way to bring some revenue in, but a lot of people don't agree with me, but it's just my personal thing, and that is alcohol sale on Sunday. An individual goes to Spartanburg or to Newberry or wherever to pick up some alcohol on Sunday. Guess what else they're going to pick up? They're going to get their groceries.
Yeah.
Wow, what's next door to the grocery store? That might be a little clothing store. Let me pick something up from there. We're leaving all of that revenue. If you add up what individuals leave there in that county, then they come back to Union. I know some people say, well, you come down the highway, you drink and come across, and a lot of people just like to have the alcohol at home,
Yeah.
and they pick it up on Sunday. And why are we not having that now
Just
for us?
leave 'em.
Yeah, because that's a lot of revenue that's going out of this county, and then once it goes out of the county, it's not going to return. And then, like I say, they're getting paid to work at these plants that's here. Well, what few we have, and they're taking that money away. That plant should be saying, okay, you're losing money. Let's see what we can do to bring and sever that money here in Union County.
Well, just like Cole Mills, I think, you know, I don't know if anybody said, well, they're closing, let's just, okay, well, we're sorry, gosh, we're sorry. Anyone go and say in front of them, says, look, what can we do to save your company from closing up? What can we do maybe to give you a tax break or something to be able to keep the doors open, to keep people employed?
Yes.
You know, and that's kind of involvement that I think the city council and all needs to do is when they see these things, go in
Gotta get
immediately.
involved.
Don't wait till they're unclosed and it's too late. Go in and say, what can we do to help keep you here?
Yes.
Gotta be involved.
Yes, we definitely got to be more involved in that. And like you said earlier, when they first come to town, we've got to make them accountable for our city. Because, I mean, you're going to come in here. How many scholarships do you give out per year to employees, children to go to college, to attend a nursing school? That young lady or young man that goes to nursing school, I got a scholarship from this company. And one of the reasons why is the nursing program. They're funding the nursing program in one way or the other. So I'm going to return to Union and I'm going to work. Or the company can say, you know, we'll give you the scholarship and you come back and you work 4 years for us. And that would take off something here. It will help Union County needs to stay here.
Well, I know B&W gives a incentive for instance, I accounting, they had, okay, what we're gonna do, we want you to come to work for us part-time, and we're going to use you as an interim, and we're gonna pay your college. We're
awesome.
gonna pay until you finish, and then you agree to come back to work for us for a couple years like that. But we're gonna pay you and then pay your tuition.
Tuition.
And then when you get your degree, then we're gonna give you just more for your degree. So, you know, that's the type of industries that we need to look at, that's giving back not only to the community, but to kids, to initiate them to say, we're coming back here to work.
Yes. You know, Milliken had that program also. Yeah, students could go to, parents work for Milliken, and then the students could go off to college. And some did return because they came in as managers. And you say,
Milliken did a lot.
oh, yes.
For everywhere, and that's the thing, everywhere their plants were, they did something for their community.
Yes, they did.
Individually, they didn't just do it like one person out of all the towns. They every town they did something for the community.
Yes.
Look at your hand, you
I,
know.
man, I love it.
Yes.
I see.
See, what happened is my wife's gonna be sending me texts, tell Kyle to quit doing this.
Oh, was I doing
Oh,
that?
okay.
I'm sorry, Edna. But,
Well, I know Milliken, you know, down in LaGrange, he has the carpet plant there.
yeah.
Several friends of mine, they went back to work there. Once they finished up at Tuskegee, they came back and they worked at the carpet factory there in LaGrange. And that's the type thing that when we bring new business in, new industry in, it's one of the things that we need to go for. But yes, we've got to get something out of the deal. We just don't want to come in and just put everybody to work, and then when you finish working, you retire with whatever. And speaking of Cole Mill, I ran into someone in my district. The wife is already out of work. The husband works at Cone.
Yeah.
Their health insurance is gone. She said, I don't know what we're going to do. And I was like, wait a minute, you're in my district and this is going to happen to you? She said, yes. And I said, well, let me go ahead and start talking with some other people and see what type of insurance that you can get. Because that's 2 middle-aged individuals that's going to be without health insurance here in Union County. And I don't want to see anybody without health insurance.
And that's it. And that's a lot of problems. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg of the things that we got going. As we're getting closer to our time, I got 2 questions real quick. One of them I brought up is, like with all of them, is about the Humane Society. They always kind of seem to be put to the side. I don't see the council ever really talking about the Humane Society, and trust me, listen, we got to take care of our people.
Yes.
Then we worry about our animals.
Oh,
I
yes.
know a lot of people are going to be upset to hear that, but that's the way life is. People got to come first, guys. But it's subpar
Yes.
conditions that they have there. I don't want to speak for the individuals that sit on the council because they may work hard for the
Council.
Humane Society, but I haven't seen. We got to make sure that whoever we put in that seat, they're not going to forget about Humane Society and get them help. And I'm not just talking about for the building and the dogs. I'm talking about for the people who work there.
Who worked there.
The jail and the Humane Society
Society.
down there, they're overworked and they are understaffed. They need help.
Well, I know the Humane Society is overworked. Even my campaign manager, he was a rescue. So, yeah, he's a rescue. But, yes, you've got to take care of your people. You got to take care of, and then the sheriff's department. You got to get some money in here so we can get some qualified individuals in here to work for the sheriff's department. But yes, we've got to look out for everyone when we're here, because this is well, many years ago, you and I know this, there was a sign that was on 176 before we got the old 176 is 18 now. It was Union, the city of hospitality. We took care of everyone. We showed that we loved everyone here in Union. And we've got to show that love once again. Without that love around here in Union, just come here, get a job, and then live in Spartanburg. And just forget about Union, period. I don't want that happening. We got to have love for one another around here, and it's missing across the country, let alone just here in Union, the love for one another.
Well,
Okay.
I definitely appreciate you coming. I told you it goes by fast. I kept looking at the clock. I'm like, man, I got a couple more art than time's going down. But I want to be able to allow you the time like we do with all the others. And in this time, we're, let you finish up, let people know how they can get in contact with you if they want to, whatever you want to tell everybody. But in that, will you tell us, what do you think that you'll be able to bring to the table that the other two candidates, Mr. Ivy and Mr. Flood, cannot bring?
I'm going to bring new ideas, goals. There will be goals that will be set. Actually, just pinpointing it exactly. I can't really just pinpoint it, but it's new ideas for this city to bring us up to other cities across the other counties, cities across the state of South Carolina, and across the nation. I want to make sure that we all get an equal break here in Union, that it's not just lopsided. We're going to see to the guys that have the money to receive their money and move forward. I don't see that. I want to make sure that the money is relatively balanced, like the education here is relatively balanced. But I just want to make sure that Union understands that A. Ray Jones, I'm a person that I stand on my commitment. I'm definitely determined to do this for my hometown. And I will make sure that whatever I do, you can depend on me. You can count on A. Ray Jones. And like my number is there if you've seen my signs around for the ones that haven't been torn up and thrown away or whatever around here in this city.
You're not alone in that, unfortunately. I mean, it's
Yes.
all of them.
So, but the number is there. Call me now. Don't wait. I mean, you might have a civic group. You might have ladies always have little lady things that they have going on. Call me and say, Ray, we need you to come over and talk with us. And ask me questions. Have your list of questions and say, these are things that we would like to see happen. And I'm speaking from the fact that I'm elected, but if I'm not elected, still call me. My number is there. It's not going to disappear. It's the same. I know it's a Georgia number, but yet it's not going to disappear. This is the number that I'm going to stay with. So just make sure you call me at any given time and say, Ray, can you go to the county council? Can you go to the city council? Are you willing to go up to the Humane Society and take some pictures and see what's going on up there and check with the people there, check with the deputies, the safety, public safety? Let's, Ray Jones, get over here and do some work, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to work for you. That's the reason I'm running, because I want to work for you. I want to see things grow and continue to improve here in Union County. I want to make sure that it improves.
Well, we definitely appreciate it, and I'm going to go ahead and shout that number out to everybody. If you would like to get in contact with him, I have his card here, and his number is 404-402-4163. So y'all make sure, if y'all got any questions for him, to give him a call. I'll be sure he is fine and glad to answer whatever you may have to come at him. And we just truly appreciate you for coming on.
Okay,
And,
one last thing.
go ahead.
I am county council, District 6, not city council 6. Because there's some people who are like, well, I can't vote for you because you're running for the city against, and I'm like, no, Sonia Craig is the city.
Right.
I am the county. Let's distinguish between,
Yeah.
Please read
Yeah.
Union County so that you'll understand where I stand.
And just pay attention to
We
your
have right there,
ballot.
too.
Yeah, and definitely pay attention to your ballot,
And
because
definitely pay attention to your ballot. But one thing, real quick, as we end, you got a person that's actually, we should have brought it up at the beginning. You're actually going to have somebody at the wrestling event, ain't you?
yes, to my nephew.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Black Cat.
Black
yes.
Cat Johnson.
Yes, that's my nephew.
I've known him for years.
You have? Oh, yes. And
He's a good guy.
Big guy.
He's a
Big guy.
good guy, too. And he's
believe it
been
or
a champion,
not,
too.
yes, believe it or not, when he was a little boy, he told me, he said, Ray, I'm going to be a professional wrestler. I said, okay, let's go in the room. And I used to toss him around in the room when he was a kid. Can't toss him now, but
Toughen him up.
oh, yes, he started that way years
You're
ago.
pretty strong if you toss him.
Oh, yes, yes.
He's the one that actually got in contact with me, and I really appreciate him, getting in contact with me to be able to talk with you. And I appreciate you coming on because we love to hear other people's ideas, and we wish you the best of luck on your candidacy. And if you win, good luck there as well. And we'll always be here if you win and you would like to have somewhere to come talk about people, take questions. We're always here for them
We have them call in.
all the time.
Oh,
Usually
okay.
we have call-ins, but these shows go by so fast when we're introducing a candidate. It's
Yes.
not possible.
Oh,
It's
okay.
almost impossible to take
Right.
calls.
Okay,
But,
I understand that.
Yeah, it goes by quick, and we truly appreciate it. And I got an update while you were doing while you were speaking. The event for I'm gonna do this real quick. The outdoor event has actually been postponed to, and the church says they have moved the event to November the 11th at 6 p.m. So I wanted to give that update because I was the one that said it on here, and I don't want people
Right.
showing up because they heard it.
I was
here.
gonna show up.
Okay.
and call you up.
Yes.
So, Mr. Jones, is there anything else that you would like to let us know before?
Well, I've been asked several times, are you a liberal, are you a conservative, are you a Democrat, are you a Republican? I'm going to leave it at this, Joshua 5:12 through 14. Look it up, and you tell me what was said then, and you know where I stand. That's my view straight down the line. Yes.
Well, we appreciate you, and like I say, good luck to you. We'll be watching on election night. Like I say, this is going to be my, of course, the sheriff
Yes,
is at the
yes,
top.
yes.
There's, but right up under this one's going to be the one I'm watching. This one's going to be the most intriguing one. That one's,
Okay.
we sat there at the election, and it gets a little boring sometimes because you're waiting for the election. So I'm hoping that one keeps
Keeps you up.
We're gonna
Yes.
stream it live.
We're
Yes.
going to stream it live, and
Okay.
You better see it on
everybody-
Facebook.
Yep, it will be on our page. So, guys, thank y'all for watching tonight.
Thank
We
you all very
appreciate,
much.
Mr. Jones coming out tonight, and Jerry as well again. I thought it went well. Again, we will not have a show Thursday night because we will have a show Saturday night for Halloween. So we appreciate y'all watching, taking the time like always. And Jerry, go ahead and give Mike his.
Yes, Mike, you watching now, you and your dogs.
We appreciate y'all. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Okay, thank you all for having me.
And thank you. And guys, y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all again next time. Y'all